I get out of the car as soon as I see my mom stumbling out of the house. She yells my name. I respond to her call, and what I hear is something I'd never expect. She calls out, "Sam is dead." We're supposed to be leaving any minute now to go see her, and I can't wait. Mom says she's worried, but I don't understand why. Yes, it's a bit weird that she won't answer her phone, but I don't really see why she's worried. Charlotte doesn't answer the phone either. Oh well. I'm really excited to see Sam regardless. I can't wait to see her. All right, it's time to go, my mother says. I help grab the diaper bag and head out of the car. To the car. My mom's silly car with flowers drawn on it with Sharpie, all creaky and old. It's only a few minutes' drive to Sam's house, so I'm not waiting long. As my mom is parking the car, she says to me, "Wait in the car and I'll go inside." I'm worried that my brother will start to cry when she leaves, but I nod my head in agreement and watch her walk up to the doorway. But why are we staying in the car? I think to myself. She knocks a few times, and after a pause, Mom enters the house. I turn around in my seat to look at Connor, and he's sitting quietly in his car seat. But I know that won't last long. I turn back around in my seat and rest my head on the window. I almost fall asleep because it's taking so long. Why is it taking so long? Mom usually doesn't take this long. Not even 5 minutes later, the door of my second home flies open. I get out of the car, and as soon as I see my mom stumbling out of the house, she yells my name. I respond to her call, and what I hear is something I'd never expect. She calls out, "Sam is dead." Okay, everything is okay, I think to myself. Just do what Mom told you and grab your brother. I do as I'm told and grab Connor from his car seat and walk over to the park across the street. I can hear sirens in the distance, but it doesn't register in my head. I'm just trying to get my 2-year-old brother to the park safely. I let my brother go play and I sit on a swing. I'm watching him, but it's like a movie where the whole world is all sorts of blurry. Sam is dead, and you won't ever see her again, I think to myself. And bursting into tears, I sob. I cry so hard, and everyone at the park is watching me, and I don't care. The one person that I trust most in the world is gone. She's dead. I'm sobbing in the middle of this park, and I don't know how much later my mom calls me. I pick up my brother, and I carry him through the alley to Sam's house. And I see my mom with swollen eyes, and I have to choke back my own tears. We all get in the car, red-faced and teary-eyed, and I try to help my mom the best that I can. She needs me right now, and I have to take care of my brother. After what seems like ages, we're back at the house, back to my home. And I've stopped crying, but my mom is still a mess. I'm just numb. Taking care of them is more important than feeling the sadness, and after the day is over, I lay in bed, and I simply fall asleep. "Hey, how are you doing?" my friends ask me all day, and I respond normally, "I'm okay." None of them know, and I don't really think I'm going to tell them either. Everything's okay. I look back now, 5 years later, and realize what I did wrong. I didn't mourn her. I lost my best friend 5 years ago. I lost a sister, and as I lay here crying myself to sleep with new slits on my wrist, I realize why I'm this way. I never knew that 5 years ago I should have been crying, that I should have been taking the time to realize what I lost. Maybe then, just maybe, I wouldn't feel how I feel tonight. I don't believe in a God. I believe in some things, but I don't believe in God. So tonight I'm praying to you, Sam. I can't do this. You left me when I needed you most, and it's probably really selfish for me to say that, but I needed you. Mom needed you, and you leaving broke her. She's not the same anymore, and she never will be. She never would have let that man choke her or abuse her the way that he did. Things would be so different. You could have watched Connor and Jesse grow up. You could have met Jesse. You don't even know who he is. But he's my baby brother, and he'd love you. I need you to tell me that I'm going to make it. I need you to tell me that I'm going to be okay. I need to know that I'm able to do anything, even live. I wanted you to see me graduate and walk across the stage. You were supposed to watch me walk down the aisle, and now you won't. Not from here, anyways. And I just want you to let me know that you're here, because I need you still. I turn over in my bed, and I let the silence engulf me. Today, I think about her still. I have a tattoo for her, and I wear her necklace. I never knew back then what would happen, and it hurts, but it made a stronger person out of me. I learned that it's okay to be sad, and it's okay to cry. And really you should, because I didn't cry for Sam for years, and later down the road that hurt me. It wasn't Sam's fault, and it wasn't my parents' fault, but it was my fault. I blocked out my feelings, and I just went with it. I had to be the strong one, because my mom would have fallen apart at the seams, and my brothers and I would have had no one to fall to. I wouldn't allow myself to cry. I tried not to think of her, but now I catch myself thinking of her everywhere. I see her everywhere. And yeah, I still get sad, and it still blows that she's gone, but I've come to accept that I can't change that. People tell me that she'd be proud of who I've become, and I believe them. I just wish she was here to see it. When I was 12, the last thing on my mind was death, and now I just see it everywhere. Her name was Samantha Skye. She changed her last name because she didn't like her old one, and she wanted to be unique, so she added an E at the end of Skye. She had a metal cup that she took everywhere, and she religiously drank cherry Coke. She taught me how to play chess and about crystals. Her favorite color was dark blue, and she loved astrology. She taught me how to read tarot cards, and it's basically fortune telling. She taught me about the moon and the stars and the powers that the earth holds. She taught me about spirits and all of the amazing beings she believed in. Sam taught me so many beautiful things, but never about death. She never told me how much it hurt. I was never taught how to mourn someone I loved. I was never told that I was allowed to cry. It really messed me up, her dying. My mom and I have never been the same. We fought a lot, and she would yell at me for no reason. She blamed me and accused me of things that I wasn't capable of doing. I learned how hard it was to try and be someone's rock. My mom wasn't there mentally for years, and I had to take the role of mom while she was like that. Being a 12-year-old child, progressing through my late teens, I wasn't ready for that role. I didn't have a chance to be a child because my mindset was somewhere else. I had to take care of 2 little brothers and keep them out of harm's way. Keep them out of their father's way. Their father was an alcoholic and he was abusive. And no child should ever go through that, no matter what the age. I learned how to have the mindset of an adult at a ridiculous age. I learned that it's okay to cry and that it's okay to feel. And I learned how much death affects your mental health. I lost my best friend, my mother, and my childhood because of my death. My entire life took a turn for the worst, and I didn't see the light, and I didn't want to. But out of all the things that Sam taught me while she was alive, from chess to tarot card reading, she taught me even more when she died. She taught me that I needed to live.